Hello, Rusty here. I'm making this video because I'm going to be running a class for Fantasy Grounds College. I just thought it'd be good to have this as a pretty much cover the whole class to make available for anyone that does that class to have afterwards to if they need to go back and go through anything. The video is on really how to interact with the Fantasy Grounds software and I've promoted it as in how to build a fighter. I've just chosen a fighter because it's a reasonably easy class to build, but in the process you get to use all the different components of the Fantasy Grounds software. If you like the video, subscribe to my channel. So this video and the classes that I'm going to run are particularly targeted at players in the GMT +8 time zone. So that's kind of Perth and up through Hong Kong and north of Perth along this time zone. The reason is there's not a lot of players that are in that time zone that are using Fantasy Grounds and Fantasy Grounds College. Okay, so what we're going to cover is just to familiarise yourself with the basics of the Fantasy Grounds software. Why is this important? Because with the familiarity of the basics, you'll be able to independently navigate and learn the more complex aspects of the Fantasy Grounds interface. Once you've got these fundamentals covered, the other stuff is easy to learn. How do you know that you've actually learnt what this video is about? You'll be able to locate and interact with modules, dice, buttons, banners, hotkeys, the context menus, dice towers, everything within Fantasy Grounds, and you'll know how to locate any other information that you need to know in order to do something in Fantasy Grounds, how to find that information quickly and get that support when you need it. So from here on, after this class, you're going to be pretty much independent and confident with Fantasy Grounds. So that means you're going to be able to sign up to games. If you're already an experienced D&D player, you'll be able to build your own campaigns within Fantasy Grounds and whatever you like from here. And before you watch this video, you're going to need to have Fantasy Grounds set up and started. So what I've done is created this YouTube video. I'll put a little link in the description below to it, and that explains to you how to download this Fantasy Grounds software and install it onto your system. So make sure you do that before you watch this video. Assuming you've got Fantasy Grounds all set up and installed, you should be able to open up Fantasy Grounds. You've got your screen open like this. You can do this through Manage Characters, or you can join up a server of another DM if they've got their game open. You could even create your own campaign and play around with it in there. However you're going to do that, that's fine. What I'm going to do is load up my tutorial server. So when you load into Fantasy Grounds, this is what you're presented here. And it's just a link that can take you to the Fantasy Grounds website. Great, that's really helpful. And you will need to go to all those places. So do have a click on there and look around at those things, because there are some good resources there. Next, if you press next, it then gives you the modules, and here you can go in and select the modules you want to open. So if you click on that button, you're going to go in here. Now here what you want to do is load up the modules that you've got. So with the basic Fantasy Grounds software, you're going to get your SRD Beastry, SRD data, and magic items and those things. So load up all of the modules and all the core rule books that you want to be able to use. That's the first thing you're going to do. So once you've got through that, you've loaded up your modules, you're then presented with this interface. What we'll do is I'll just start with some of the naming of the things here. Over in here, the right hand side here, we're going to call these banners. And so another way to go to your modules is by clicking on your library banner. Right now I have got it set up so I've got all of the banners available. You will probably see it look like this when you first started to set up the play. So what you really should do here is put create PC on, or all, which gives you access to everything. And if you want to go to your modules, you can click the little module buttons, so it takes you to where you were before. Right, so that is your library, and then here you've got all your core your rule sets that you've purchased through Fantasy Grounds or that came with the Fantasy Grounds package. So the point of that was to make sure you got in there, you got your modules open, and everything is ready to go. That's going to give you access to the information that you're going to need down the track. Here with the rule sets, if you click on them, you'll see different little buttons here that you can go to information on, but the main one is there's a reference manual. That's kind of laid out like the textbooks. Find everything you need there. So they're all your rule books, just laid out there like that if you ever need information. Right, but we're here to create a character. So to first of all, what you need to do is open up a blank character sheet. So to do that, we're going to go to the PC banner. You're presented with this box, and if we hit the little plus button down, add item, it's going to bring up a new character sheet. Now, first thing you want to do is load some dice. Now, so we may as well at this point learn about the dice. So all your dice are down here on the bottom left. You've got your 20, 12, 10, 8, 6 and D4. Now to roll the dice, all you do is left mouse click it to pick it up, and you drop it in the chat command box, and that will tell you the result there. Now you might want to roll 2 dice. So to pick up 2 dice or more dice, you can right click on it, and then you get this little radial menu that pops up, and you can select the number of dice you want to use. If you want, so you got 2, 3, 4, 5, but what if you want 7? Well, you left click 5, and then right click to add more, and left click it when you want to drop, and that will add them all up for you. You can put your modifiers in as well. So if I want to roll 1d8, but I want to add 5 to the result, I click the 5, roll that. I can also manually put in whatever advantage or disadvantage penalty I want to put in. You can also click down here, you can use the advantage and disadvantage buttons to if you're in a situation where you have advantage or disadvantage. But we want to roll ability scores, so we need to, let's just say we're doing a 4d6 minus the lowest dice method. So to do that, click on the right click on the 6-sided dice, select 4, and then drop it into chat command box. So I've rolled a total of 18, and the last one was 2, so that's a 16. So I'm just going to write 16 there, so I've got a record of it. Now there's another little trick here you can do with Fantasy Grounds, and down the bottom here we've got these hotkeys. So some people, when they're rolling up a character, like to put the 4d6 into a hotkey. So I've just placed them in the number 2 position. Now if I press F2, it's going to roll them. So that's a 7. I'm going to minus one of the ones, and now I just have to press F2 4 more times. And now I've got a 17 minus 2 is 15, 17 minus 1 is 16, and the 9 minus 1 is 8. Is that enough? I think I'm missing one, and I missed that one. So there's my 6, and I can just press enter, and now everyone else can see what I've put in there. So that's actually how you start to use the chat command box. Now I want to enter them. So I want to put my highest one, 16, in strength, because it is a fighter. Dex is going to be high as well. I'll give him a high con. Got 2 15s, so I could put the other one, we'll give him some wisdom. And we're going to dump charisma and intelligence. So with the dice down here, you can change the color of them. So to change the color of them, you're going to go up to here. Now these are called your buttons, and the one we want is this one with this little paddle wheel on it. When you hover over it, says colors. So with the paddle wheel, I can change the colors of my dice. First of all, I've got the do I want the numbers to be black or white? That's your only options there. And then you use the other ones to change the color of the dice. You can add more red to it, more blue, more green, and you can make a particular color darker or lighter. So you can select whatever color you like, put whatever, whether you want black or white numbers in there. So this is your, on the left here, as I said before, that's your chat command box, and you simply just type in messages here and everyone can see that. There are specific commands that you can use to be able to access, to be able to do things within the chat command box. And if you go to the website, if you go to this website, I'll put the link below. That will give you the commands that you can use within Fantasy Grounds in the chat box to do certain things like put up a vote for the rest of the players. Really handy thing to do during the game. I will post a list of other websites below this YouTube video with links that you might be able to use to find other additional help. I hope you found it useful. If you like the video, subscribe to my channel and I'll be uploading more stuff for Fantasy Grounds College to support any classes I run there. Thanks for watching.